Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The race starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Good evening and welcome to the Midwest Motorsports GT4 Series Tuesday night racing. Thank you everybody for joining us. I'm James J., commentator for tonight. We are at the circuit of Barcelona, 16-turn, 3.4-mile track. You can see the track map on screen. This is the official Grand Prix circuit with the chicane, turn 14 and 15 before they finish the lap. That's the circuit we're racing tonight. And as we line up the grid, a familiar face on the pole, that is Brian Coxon and Jason Phillips, last season's 1-2, starting on the front row. Josh Bloom, third. Chase Fincher, fourth. Michael Odell, Justin Thaler, row 3. Walker McNulty, David Stark, row 4. Jason Wahlberg and Jesse Coffey, row 5. Ronald Cabiltiz, your winner from last week at Watkins Glen in the AM division, starts 12th behind Travis Rowe in 11th. DJ Barzak, Francis Faustino, Steve Hansel, Aaron Fedorowski, Ian Bakaitis, Nick Calguru, Justin Shoup, Andrew Miller, Rick Bundren, Brian Sartine, Andrew Styler, and Kevin Bridges round out the field. Cars are rolling. That means we're coming to the green this time by. Congrats to Brian Coxon and Jason Phillips for putting it on the front row. Very popular circuit. Today is the endurance race. So we're going to go green for 1 hour and 40 minutes.
It's time!
Brian Coxon lights the fires and steps on the gas. Remember, all 4X and above will be reviewed on the first lap. Can they make it through the first section? So far, so good. Too wide for Michael Odell and Chase Fincher. That's for P3. Michael Odell, Chase Fincher still going too wide, as I think everybody has survived. See further in the back, I don't see anybody dropping back necessarily. Single file all the way to the back. A couple of new guys tonight. Welcome to everybody to Midwest Motorsports. If this is your first race here, welcome to the fastest growing iRacing league, according to my research. Thanks to everybody for showing up. Ooh, that's a BMW art car. Bringing up the rear, that's Jason Owens. Welcome to the club, Jason. But up front, it's Brian Coxon, Jason Phillips, Josh Bloom, 1, 2, and 3. Michael Odell got past Chase Fincher. Now he's going side by side with Josh Bloom. Zero X all the way down the field. Good job, all our racers. What a great battle. Now we're coming into the chicane section, the final section. Brian Coxon, Jason Phillips, Michael Odell, Josh Bloom, Chase Fincher, Justin Thaler, and Walker McNulty What an awesome race we're having. I'm flying solo tonight, so thanks for bearing with me as I give a shout out to our buddy Aaron Olroyd and Adam Sondag doing their things tonight. Can't make it. So you got me. Hopefully you're having a good time. There's nowhere else I'd rather be on a Tuesday night than racing in our rig with you guys and the Midwest Motorsports crew. As the entire 27 car field comes through, we got a couple stragglers back here in the back. Oh, Francis Faustino. Nope. John Daniels, John Aslin. John Daniels with the manufacturer change. John Aslin, Jason Wahlberg in the pits. Francis Faustino. Let's see if we can rewind and find out what happened to these guys. They were 6th and 7th, I believe. Saw a little blink there. That couldn't have been the cause. But put Francis in the back. We're not going to miss anything. Oh, no. In the chicane. Steve Hansel, Nicholas Calguru. Oh, he gets a bump. Francis Faustino. I believe that's Adrian Fedorowski. As up ahead, Steve Hansel in the Milwaukee white, black, and red. Aston Martin's got Nicholas Calguru in the Red Bull BMW outside. But behind him, Francis Faustino in the red and white Mercedes just gets left rear just a little bit by Adrian Fedorowski. It wasn't much. That's all it takes. I believe that's Adrian. Yep. Of course, it wasn't intentional, just one of those racing deals. Everybody racing hard. As now Ian Bacchius comes back up. Riding with Adrian Fedorowski. Oh, riding with Francis. Sorry about that. That's racing. Francis snaps it back around. Very unfortunate for Francis Faustino. Not how he wanted to start the race. Back live, Brian Coxon, Michael Odell. I'm sorry, Jason Phillips. Michael Odell, 1, 2, 3. John Aslin with the meatball. Comes in, brings it in. Exited the pits and rejoined. Francis Faustino in the pits now getting some repairs. Tough break for Francis Faustino once again. Not how he wanted to start the race. I don't know if there's even a strategy play here. But all the way down to Walker McNulty, that's P7. Guys are single file. As they come through the chicane back down the straight. I believe this is how the front of the field is going to play it out. There's the tower. Thank you, Josh. Justin Shoup with a spin before the chicane, but he's by himself, so we'll keep watching this battle up front as Jason Phillips is on the hunt. We ride now with Jason Phillips, looking up at Brian Coxon. They come through turn 3 and 4. Through turn 5, headed down the hill, slight left up to one of the slower points of the track, but also the most critical to get a good run out of here. Then up the hill before a right-hand kink, where it's easy to go off track. Driver's left here, but you want to carry as much speed as possible. And this track is known for eating your left-hand front tire. You can ride with Michael Odell right behind Jason Phillips. You'll be able to see Brian Coxon turn in. There he is. You're riding with third place, Michael Odell, in a BMW this year. Again, another corner just super hard on the left front as they come up the hill one more time before going down into the Grand Prix section with the chicane. Michael Odell looks like he wants to put some pressure on Jason Phillips. Here they come into turn one. Brian Coxon, Jason Phillips, Michael Odell, Josh Bloom, Chase Fincher, Justin Thaler, Walker McNulty. The 8 is David Stark and Travis Rowe. They look like they're having a good run. Looking at David Stark. Now Travis Rowe. Travis Rowe in an awesome paint job. Purple and green looks good. Inside. Oh, what a move. David Stark on the outside leaves room. Again, that long right-handers, really hard on the left front tire. Because I think this is going to be a tire limited race, not a fuel limited race. So expect everybody to come in about the 30-minute mark and get new tires, whichever's going to run out first, which I believe is going to be the left front. Going through turn 7 and 8 there, now up to turn 9. So we're going into one of the hardest braking zones and a great passing zone. Travis Rowe fills up the mirror, but nothing doing this time by. No major changes up front. I won't let you miss a thing. Looking at timing and scoring. Everybody's close. One of the closer battles on the field. Travis Rowe applying pressure on David Stark. Adrian Fedorowski looking up at Ian Bakaitis. 1 second ahead. Andrew Miller looking up at Alex Stetler. McLaren versus McLaren here. Through the chicane. Watch out for those sausage curbs that we all know and love. Sometimes don't love. They head back down the pit lane straight as Steve Hansel is in the pits. Guesses for some repair. Lap after lap after lap, these guys continue to crank out good, consistent lap times. No change. Walker McNulty trying to put the pressure on Justin Thaler. Pro battle is heating up. Coming into the race, Michael Odell is your points leader by only 25 points over Brian Coxon. John Daniels, a very tight P3, but that was before the manufacturer change, as Walker McNulty really slams on the brakes behind Justin Thaler. Trying to get you the best view I can. Again, this battle is right behind. Oh, man. Walker McNulty just loses a little bit of ground through that section. Back down the front straight, a little bit far from getting a slipstream. So the McLaren showing that it's not quite as nimble in the chicane as all of the leaders go through turn 1, section 1, 2, and 3. Michael Odell continuing to put pressure on Jason Phillips in P2. guys really know each other well. Not going to take any unnecessary risk. So this is the stage of the race where everybody's just kind of getting their bearings right and figuring everything out. Just past 12-minute mark, 12 minutes into the race, 30 minutes. Oh, well, I guess if you split an hour and 40 minutes, that's 100 minutes. 2 stops, 35 minutes, 35, 35, 30. Travis Rowe and David Stark still going at it. Super tight. And now Jesse Coffey has caught up to him. Lurking in the back is that blue Porsche. Jesse Coffey had a great run last week. Almost pulled it off with the win. In the rain at Watkins Glen. I believe these guys are happy that there's no rain tonight. Beautiful conditions here at Barcelona. Here we are into the chicane section, looking up at Travis Rowe and David Stark. Into the chicane. Sausage curbs on either side. Important to get a good run out of here. Oh, Jesse Coffey is right on the back bumper of the 61 BMW. Travis Rowe in the slipstream. Let's see if he's going to be able to jump out and make a move. Here they come. I hope I'm not the only one making race car sounds as the cars go past. David Stark, Travis Rowe holds off Jesse Coffey for now. But Jesse Coffey applying pressure. Fastest lap of the race so far is Brian Coxon in the McLaren. Jesse Coffey right on the bumper. Taking a tighter line through the long left right-hander. Now into the tight left before headed back downhill. Line up the pass. Saw somebody off there. Wonder who that was. Looks like Josh Bloom. Oh no, such an important part of the track. Getting pressure from Chase Fincher behind. Josh Bloom headed down the hill. Let's ride with him. Everything looks good so far. It's the wheels. Oh, and the brakes. He's already sideways, crossed up. Not going to save this one. And around he goes. Backs it up into the gravel. Chase Fincher says, "Thank you very much. Watch out for the dangerous rejoin." As he doesn't. Great job there, Josh. Gathers it back up and heads back on his fight to the front. See if he can regain some of that track position that he lost. Still ahead of David Stark and Travis Rowe. So Josh Bloom down to 7th now. If you like what you see, you can always go to midwest-motorsports.com. We have multiple leagues, 2 oval leagues. We have Truck Series on Friday nights, Cup Series on Sundays, and Road Series that you're watching now on Tuesday nights. Midwest-motorsports.com is where you can find us. Entries are free and always open. You can join any time of the season. Oh, Jason Phillips goes wide. Now Michael Odell looking on the inside. He has a slowdown. That's my guess is Jason Phillips through turn 9 had a slowdown. I don't know for sure, but he definitely went wide. Good sportsmanship either way. Sorry, that went a little further back than I thought. Jason Phillips in P2 right now. Coming through this section. Turn 7 and 8 is the kink. On turn 9 is uphill right-hander. Lift, fourth gear, coast, and then get back on the throttle. But yeah, definitely off track there. 2 wheels to the left of the red lines. And he gets to slow down. Has to let Michael Odell go by. We're back live racing now. Like Chase Fincher also got by. See how that happened. Turn 1. Michael Odell, Jason Phillips, Chase Fincher. Jason Phillips, just way ahead of them, way ahead of himself. In the braking zone, wow, total respect from Jason Phillips. When he straddled the sausage curve, I don't know if that's technically a slowdown or not, but that might have been a good move anywhere else. Let's ride with him. He gets the braking a little bit late, so he wants to make sure not to run into Michael Odell, so he doesn't. And he lets Chase Fincher go. And gets back up in the fight. Awesome, respectful driving there from Jason Phillips, but losing touch with the leaders. Last season's champion knows that this is a long race and anything can happen. Michael Odell, Chase Fincher. Michael Odell spins it. Unbelievable in the chicane. How much ground does he lose? Let's watch him spin first. Just putting the power down. To the top of the chicane. Takes the entry okay. Doesn't take too much curb. Gets the car rotated. Oh, too much. You can see him working the steering there. He's already gone. Now he's trying to save it. So it was on entry that he lost it there. See if he can gather it up. Remember, traction control in these GT4 cars. So pretty difficult to do a snap turn. But that lets Josh Bloom go back by. And Justin Thaler. So Michael Odell now. Walker McNulty has dropped a couple spots. Going back live. Walker McNulty made some mistakes. Sorry, I can't take you back to him exactly. There you can see the change in the race position on the timing tower there. Shout out to Josh Watt for doing that for us. Positions gained. Mostly up 2s and 1s. John Daniels up 3. Jason Owens up 4 positions since the start. And you can see the position in class as well. Walker McNulty right in front of Travis Rowe, who's got around David Stark as well as Jesse Coffey. Not sure if that was a mistake by David Stark, but Jesse Coffey now looking very aggressive on Travis Rowe. So anything can happen in this race. Remember, 100 minutes, 1 hour 40. We are just at the 20-minute mark. We've had this much action already. Haven't not had one pit stop yet. One planned pit stop anyway. Still very early in the race. Again, this left front tire just getting cooked with these long right-hand sweeping corners. They just continue to come again and again and again. Just cooking that left front tire. Trying to get the car to rotate or not rotate too much, as Michael Odell did earlier. Look at Travis Rowe we're riding with now in the BMW. Stalking Walker McNulty up ahead. Killer paint job by Travis Rowe's crew. Purple and teal. Looking good. Nice smooth lines. Minimum steering input. Like he lost a little ground there. On Walker McNulty, let's see what they do going into the braking zones. Down for another lap. Remember Jesse Coffey right behind. Michael Odell has dropped through the field. John Aslan lets him go. Oh, in the pits, he has stop and hold. That's not good. Oh, that's unfortunate for Michael Odell. I'm not sure why it's doing those. Well, that's going to ruin Michael Odell's day. Move everybody that was in behind him up a spot. Closest battle on the track is Jesse Coffey and Travis Rowe. P7 and 8. Travis Rowe up 4 spots from his qualifying. Chase Fincher up in P2, holding back Jason Phillips. We're trying to keep Jason Phillips behind him, I should say. Sorry, Chase, I don't think you're holding anybody up. But Brian Coxon has slipped away 6 seconds ahead. And don't look now, P4. Justin Thaler with Josh Bloom in the white Mercedes right behind Justin. This battle is going to heat up. Josh Bloom definitely looks aggressive behind in the all-white Mercedes as he takes a tighter line. Coming around turn 3, side by side, headed down to another turn 4. Tight braking zone. Justin leaves plenty of room. We got a left-hander coming up. Can Justin stay on the outside? No. He has to give it up to Josh Bloom. Can he do the crossover on the exit of turn 5? Nope. I believe the position is Josh Bloom's. He tries to work his way up. Justin Thaler taking a narrow line. This is where Josh Bloom spun earlier in the race. Justin Thaler leaves just enough room. Great close racing here in the GT4 series, Midwest Motorsports style. Nice work, guys. Keeping it hard and clean. Still the battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th continues. Travis Rowe, 35 years old, from Lynchburg, Virginia. Jesse Coffey looking like he wants the spot. Can't quite get there. Here's the battle for second. Is Chase Fincher. All McLaren on the top three right now. Josh Bloom is your first Mercedes. Is it coming up on Francis Faustino, who's been through pit lane for some repairs already? Josh Bloom letting the rear end of that Mercedes hang out. Oh, Francis picks a hard spot to let everybody go. But he does. Josh Bloom goes wide. Not sure if that's a slowdown or not. Justin Taylor gets by Francis. Thank you, Francis. Justin Taylor not quite in the shot just yet, as the guys are really cooking their tires. Coming through here, 1 hour, 11 minutes left. Josh Bloom definitely fast around the track. Brian Coxon has the fastest lap of the race so far, 152.6. Josh Bloom, 152.7. Right behind. Brian Coxon's last lap was a 152.7. So I think Brian Coxon is just cranking out fast lap after fast lap, now as a 9-second lead. So shout out to Brian Coxon, making it look easy. Heads up into turn 9. Rolls off the throttle, saves fourth gear. Back on the throttle hard, keeping it in track limits. Upshifts into fifth just barely. 100 meter sign on the right. Brake. All the way down to second. Nice and smooth on the throttle. Trying to conserve your left front as much as possible. Making a smooth angle into the chicane section. Nice rotation on that final turn. Down onto the front straight one more time. Brian Coxon. Taking everybody to school. As this battle, 6, 7, and 8, we're going to watch this for a while, I believe. As Travis Rowe and Jesse Coffey have caught up to Walker McNulty. In the slipstream, let's see if he can make it happen. Just missed him. Over 30 minutes into the race. I'm expecting natural pit stops any minute now. If you're splitting the race up 3 even sections, try to save those tires. Travis Rowe closes in on Walker. Can't quite make it happen as they're coming up to finish their lap again. Coming up in sector 3. Oh, super close. Nice job of avoiding there by Travis. I think he's faster in the chicane for sure. Getting that BMW to rotate. See if he's still in the slipstream as he tries to keep it on track. Don't forget he's got Jesse Coffey right behind him. Jesse Coffey making a move. Down into turn one, Jesse Coffey in the blue Porsche. Travis Rowe in the BMW on the inside of turn one. Let's see, they leave room. Turn two is a left-hander. Turn three is a right-hander. Travis Rowe has the racing line for now. And Jesse Coffey cannot complete the pass. Great job hanging on by Travis Rowe. But let's Walker McNulty get away. 1.3 now. Travis Rowe still has to play defense. Surprised Travis didn't let Jesse through. Let's see if he could get past Walker. Then maybe do the same thing. Remember, there's no limits on tires for the road series. So you can get tires every stop if you like. Our Oval Series has tire limits, not in the road series. As Jesse Coffey, once again, right on the bumper. See if we can make a move. One more time in the chicane. Travis Rowe takes it wide over the sausage curbs. Jesse going to get a better run on the exit here. He's lined them up perfect. Travis Rowe comes into the pits. Perfect timing for Travis Rowe to use this for a pit stop as David Stark right behind. All right, pit stop cycle has begun. Travis Rowe into the pits. Let's see where Jesse Coffey and David Stark come out of the pits. It looks like Justin Thaler also in the pits. Jason Phillips in the pits. DJ Barzak in the pits. Justin Thaler definitely took tires. You can see the pit takers here. Brian Coxon still on the road. Your race leader, Brian Coxon. Does he come in now? This lap and stay on strategy with his closest competition that was about 12 seconds back because Chase Fincher still has not pitted. Again, these are the closest battles on the track, although Jesse Coffey and Travis Rowe I'm sorry. Jesse Coffey and David Stark are still going at it. This is for position. Neither one of these guys have stopped. Ryan Coxon stays out. Let's see if anybody chooses to pit. David Stark's coming in. That leaves Jesse Coffey out. Now let's see where Chase Fincher is in the pits. Walker McNulty in. Ryan Coxon in. Jason Owens coming out of the pits. Very cool art car on Jason Owens' BMW. This is Jason's first run with Midwest Motorsports. Glad you're here, Jason. A good showing so far. Kevin Bridges in the AM division, currently third in the AMs. 36 from Charlottesville. Just started sim racing this year in April. On the Thrustmaster Network. Decides to come in and pit this time by. Good run for Kevin. We're glad you're here, buddy. Along with Rick Bundren in the Aston Martin. I love the black and ghost purple paint. One of my favorites. So Jesse Coffey in the lead now after Brian Coxon pits. Chase Fincher was on the same strategy. Now Jesse Coffey comes into pit. So we'll see where Chase Fincher and Brian Coxon end up ahead. I believe Brian's going to end up in front. Chase Fincher was the last one to... I'm sorry, Jesse Coffey was the last one to pit. Last of the leaders to pit. Adrian Fedorowski, Nicholas Calguru still have not pitted, either as Andrew Miller or Alex Stetler. We're riding with Chase Fincher. Before looking up at Jason Phillips. Jesse Coffey, out of the pits yet? Just barely. Wow. Did not expect that. Oh, there he is with Travis Rowe. That's right. He was behind Travis Rowe. I'm sorry. I thought he was up with leaders. Maybe he could have been. Look at that. 3 laps apart, they pitted. Cold tires on Jesse Coffey's Porsche. And, David Stark almost gets into him. Great driving. Not to get into each other, but that's right. Jesse Coffey was battling with Travis Rowe and David Stark. And 3 laps on the overcut does not get it done. As Jesse Coffey tries to warm up those tires. Still on cold tires. The other 2 racing around him have been out for 3 laps. This is their 3rd lap on their set. So hopefully Jesse Coffey can bring the tire temp up. Everybody about 30 seconds on their stop. 31, 35 for Jason Phillips. 36 for Chase Fincher. So Brian Coxon with the 31-second stop. Look at David Stark looking inside Jesse Coffey. David Stark in the black Germany colors BMW. Around the outside, over the sausage curb. What a move. Can't make it stick, but man, that is not a place you expect to pass on the outside. I give David Stark full credit for trying. Turn 10 is not a place where I would go too wide. Try to pass. But don't tell David Stark that as he hits the sausage curb, gets up on 2 wheels. Back down the front straightaway. It's a 15-second lead for your leader, Brian Coxon. Nobody in sight. Brian Coxon putting on a clinic. Chase Fincher looking up at Jason Phillips. Don't forget about Josh Bloom, not too far behind these guys. Barcelona, very popular track, not only with the Midwest Motorsports Series, but around the world. It is known for almost every type of racing. Formula One, MotoGP, World Superbike, European Le Mans, GT World Challenge, Rallycross track. Brian Sartine in the BMW. Like he's putting pressure on Alex Stettler here. This is for the final step on the AM podium. Alex Stettler in the McLaren currently has third. As Brian Sartine goes on the inside. Nice move. Alex leaves just enough room for Brian to squeeze his nose in. Now they're going around the long right-hander again before headed down the chicane. Andrew Miller just sits back and watch. Brian leaves plenty of room for Alex. Alex tucks back in the McLaren as they go through the chicane. See if Alex can get a good run on the exit. Too good of a run. Catches him early now on the inside coming down the front straight. Side by side. Brian in the BMW goes really wide. Down the front straight we go, and here's Andrew Miller, the front row seat of the action right in front of him. Brian misses the apex by about car width. They go around, back again for the long right-hander turn 3. Into turn 4, Brian again looking real aggressive on Alex. What a racing move. What a race we're having. Brian Sartine makes Alex choose a narrow entry. Gonna hurt his exit. Brian tries to line him up through the next very fast sweeping section. Left, right. Will they go uphill? Get a good run out of here. Long braking zone after the next right-hander. They'll lift and coast. Back in the throttle. Can he get in the slipstream? Or is he just going to tighten up into the braking zone one more time? Brian Sartine trying to make ground on Alex Stettler. Can't quite do it this lap. Now he takes a nice line this time. See if he can get who can get the run coming onto the front straight this lap. Riding with Brian Sartine in the BMW, you can see a big jump on the sausage curbs.
Can you turn down a good sausage though?
Definitely helped the McLaren rotate. They are back down the front straight into turn 1 one more time. This battle continues. Alex Stettler, nice racing. Brian goes inside this time, makes the pass complete. Alex crosses him over on the exit. A little touch. Everybody stays on the track, on the racing surface. Brian goes back in. These guys are going back and forth. Who wants it? Don't forget about Andrew Miller back here in the green. But Alex and Brian side by side. through 7 and 8 again. Coming up to 9. And now we got, oh no, is this the second place? Yes, this is the battle for second. Jason Phillips and Chase Fincher right behind this great battle. Brian lets the leaders go. Nice move, Brian. Very courteous. So does Alex. They let him go. Chase gets by. Josh Bloom wants by now. Brian and Alex. I'm not sure if anybody has slow down, but look at this. Great driving by our Midwest Motorsports crew. These guys go through traffic like total professionals. You got to respect all the work that these guys are doing, having their own battle. Is Alex and Brian going to carry on their battle? Andrew Miller right behind. Absolutely incredible racing. Looks like Alex has about 1.1 seconds. Battle for second carries on with Chase Fincher and Jason Phillips. Brian Coxon has bought his ticket and checked out. 14 seconds ahead of this battle. Travis Rowe has not left Jesse Coffey's tail. These guys continue to race. Cranking out the same lap times over and over and over. A sign of a true pro. Walker McNulty, 3 seconds up the road. I'd say that's the biggest difference in the pros and the AMs is the ability to just crank out 100 minutes of consistent lap after lap after lap after lap, all within 2 or 3 tenths of each other. Chase Fincher's fast lap 152.7. His last lap 153.4, less than half a second apart. Oh, we're watching Jesse Coffey 153.4 to 154.3, 9 tenths of a second. Travis Rowe 153.6, 154.3, less than half a second apart from his fastest lap. Jesse Coffey definitely 2 laps longer on tires. Justin Thaler now on this battle with Brian and Alex and Andrew. Justin Shoup not far behind. Justin Shoup is in a battle with Andrew Miller in the green McLaren up ahead. As Justin Thaler clears Brian and Alex. Maybe Alex can stick it right behind Justin Thaler and follow him through. What a killer battle we got going. Again, this is the battle for the AM podium. Alex Stetler in the papaya white McLaren. Brian Sartin. Sorry if I'm not getting it right there, Brian. In the BMW. Andrew Miller in the green and white McLaren. And Justin Shoup in the gray and yellow Mercedes AMG GT4. It's a factory paint, I believe. Yellow stripe on a silver body. AMG colors in the GT4 series. Riding with CJ Barzak now. Trying to figure out who he's coming up on. Riding with Jason Wayberg now. Wahlberg. Do you like his paint? Kind of weird to see John Daniels in an Aston Martin, but here he is. Manufacturer change for John Daniels means he started from pit lane today. He'll take a 50-point deduction, which is about 2 spots in the final race. About 25 points separate position, except for 1 and 2, which are separated by 50 points. John Daniels chasing down CJ Barzak. This is for position in class. But Chase Fincher is stalking Jason Phillips like prey. Josh Bloom hung in there. Currently still a P4 after a spin earlier into the gravel trap. So a great recovery for Josh Bloom. Do not count him out. I can't quite read what Chase has on his body work here. Urkel, did I do that? I see it. It goes to the chicane. Did I do that? 1X? That's funny. The race for second continues on. Josh Bloom right behind. Do not count out Josh Bloom. He is fast in everything that he drives. He can keep his head straight, not make any mistakes. Gonna be there. Remember, we have one more pit stop to go. David Stark on Travis Rowe now, as Jesse Coffey has pulled away just a little bit. A little bit of chaos as Travis Rowe once by Justin Shoup. Jesse Coffey up ahead. Alex Stetler. There's Jesse Coffey up ahead, but the race. Brian Sartin is up the road. 3 seconds. Travis Rowe on Alex with David Stark behind. Here we go. Headed down to turn 10. Hard left-hander. 3 wide. That's not where you go 3 wide. We saw David Stark go 2 wide earlier. Travis Rowe all the way on the outside. And Look at that. David Stark gets around Alex Stetler for now. I'm sorry, Brian Starton. Nice move. Travis Rowe. David Stark. Wow. That was lap cars as they were. Travis Rowe and David Stark were getting around Alex and Justin. Unless my mind's playing tricks on me with these McLarens out here. Might have been Adrian Fedorowski. Nope. He's in a black in the papaya. That was definitely Alex. He's now under pressure from Justin Shoup. There's David Stark and Travis Rowe up ahead. Alex Stetler and Justin Shoup. Don't forget about Kevin Bridges. He's in this battle now as well. Look at Kevin Bridges coming up. This amateur battle is far from over. As well as the pro battle. We have 40 minutes left. We are just about an hour into the race. You can throw a blanket over the top 4 in each class. But awesome racing. Awesome racing we're having here. Josh Bloom putting lots of pressure, mega pressure, on last season's champion, Jason Phillips. Josh Bloom, got to go for it. Deep. Can he make it stick? That was turn 4, headed down to turn 5, a hard left-hander. Jason Phillips in the 95 black car has the lead, has the advantage, I should say, as the inside. They go side by side, down through the kink of turn 6. Headed to turn 7, Jason Phillips going to let him go. Not worth the risk. Jason Phillips said, after you, sir. I will live to fight another day. As Jason Phillips now runs his own race, he goes wide there. I'm not sure if that's going to be a slowdown. You got 2 wheels off the white. I believe it has to be 2 wheels off the red and white curb to be a slowdown. Obviously, he didn't slow down, so a warning. Jason Phillips going the wrong way. But what a recovery drive from Josh Bloom. Daddy rocket ship. After spinning earlier, now working his way back through the field, not battling for the lead, but working his way to the podium. The race has definitely not settled down back here. Justin Shoup, Francis Faustino, Bridges racing incident. Find out what happened. Absolute madness. Congestion. Doesn't know what to do. I don't blame you. Kevin, there's nothing you could have done there, man. Justin Shoup goes wide to let everybody go. Bridges comes in, silver McLaren, and the hard braking. Just a little bump among friends. Francis Faustino comes up side by side now, trying to unlap himself from Kevin. Rick Bundren right behind Kevin Bridges. That's for position. As there's chaos, Andrew Miller back here. All for position. Great battles. Francis Faustino made a move here. Good move for Francis to move up a spot, maybe two. He sees the argy-bargy ahead of him. Keeps a cool head. I'm not sure what you do in this position if I'm Francis. You see battles going on left and right. Up ahead, a little bit of contact. Braking zone, we got cars everywhere. Francis on the inside. He knows he's too wide, maybe three. Does a great job leaving space for everybody. Still going too wide. Through here, left front tire just screaming from the torture it's getting. The sandpaper surface, the asphalt here, doing a good job knowing he can take a little more speed on the entry. Now sets him up for the inside line of the chicane and move Francis Faustino up one more spot. Now Alex Stetler comes into the pits and Francis does a great job getting a good run down the exit onto the front straightaway one more time. And Francis Faustino moves up 3 spots in 2 corners just by keeping his cool. Nice move, Francis. As he recovers from earlier trouble in the race. Big mover, though, Jason Owens, currently 3rd in class. He's on schedule with his pit stops. So this is all 100% on merit for Jason Owens. 3rd in class. As your AM leader, Ron Kabiltas, comes into pit for his final stop. Justin Taylor with the top 5 currently. Still has one more stop to go. Kind of on in Never Never Land right now. 3 seconds to Jason Phillips up ahead and 7 seconds to Walker McNulty behind. So Justin Taylor just trying to crank out some good consistent laps before his final stop. Battle for second is heating up. Chase Fincher in the blue McLaren has it. Josh Bloom in the white Mercedes wants it. They're going into the 7, 8, and 9 section. Up the hill using all the power you can, and all the grip, I should say, as well. No rain. Racing line is prevalent. Slick tires. Keep it within the track limits. Give it all the gas you can take. Chase Fincher looks back on Josh Bloom through the 11 and 12 section. Super slow off camber, the road not helping you out at all here. The highest point of the track. Now turn 13, starts the downhill run into the chicane. Onto the front straight one more time. As there are 38 minutes left in the race. A little bit early to make the last stop, but Brian Coxon thinks he can do it from here. As your race leader, Brian Coxon comes into pit. We're watching the battle now for the lead. Justin Taylor comes into pit with him. It's a smart move from Justin Taylor. See if he can make up some ground. All these pit cycles are going through. I'll tell you more about midwest-motorsports.com. You can find out more about us. Entries are free, and always open. You can join Midwest Motorsports, the fastest growing iRacing league, according to my research. Come join us on Tuesday nights for the GT4 series, Fridays for the trucks, Sundays for the Cup. Here's our buddy Christopher Hopper going to tell you all about it.
Checker flag, got him. Checker flag, got him.
Are you tired of milquetoast lawless racing and ready for a real league? Then you need Midwest Motorsports. Our iRacing Cup, Truck, and Road series are unrivaled and make grown men cry. Featuring active race control and an active Discord server. Say goodbye to cheese wagon free-for-alls and hello to the best league racing you'll find anywhere. Want more? Who doesn't? Catch our weekly podcast, complete with member interviews, race reviews, standing updates, and rig tips and tricks. Live race broadcasts with announcer commentary.
And Ty Williams in the 81 in the red car. Jason Huffman gets in between them.
Fridays, Truck Series. Sundays, Cup Series. Tuesdays, Road Series. Visit midwest-motorsports.com to sign up for free and see if you have what it takes to not finish last. Our next season starts soon. Scan the QR code to sign up now, unless you like being taken out in Turn 1 by noobs.
Nobody likes getting taken out in turn 1 by noobs. One of the great advantages of Midwest Motorsports iRacing. Racing is usually close and fair. We're always streamed on Twitch. There's our Twitch channel, Riven Vale. If you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and give us a follow while you're here if you like what you see. If you're an iRacer, come join us, midwest-motorsports.com. All right, race reset. Brian Coxon has been in the lead all race. He is one pit cycle ahead, as well as Justin Thaler. He had about a 14-second lead when he came in. So we'll see where he comes out. Closest battle on the track now is Chase Fincher and Josh Bloom. This is for second. Another close battle that wages on. Incredible racing with Travis Rowe and David Stark. These guys have been going nonstop since they started. Jesse Coffey is about 8 seconds up the road. After he cleared Travis Rowe, he said adios. But David Stark and Travis Rowe are having a BMW fight as David Stark sticks his nose in. He's at the bumper. Now he's at the door. His favorite place, turn 10. Travis Rowe has no choice but to go outside and stay wide. Can he attack? They come up to the highest elevation part of the track. Riding with David Stark, looking back at Travis Rowe. I believe that's Adrian Fedorowski who's going to try to get a tow as they come onto the front straightaway. Travis Rowe using the sausage curbs to help rotate the car. They stay out. Do not pit. Neither do the leaders. Let's find out where current leader Brian Coxon is in relation to traffic. Steve Hansel comes out of the pits and stays out of the way of this battle. Adrian Fedorowski, though, and Steve Hansel, this is for position. This is for bragging rights. 14th and 15th in class. Steve Hansel just out of the pits with cold tires. Adrian Fedorowski looking up at the 24. Adrian has pitted twice. Steve Hansel has pitted twice. So this is on merit for position. Looks like Steve Hansel's pulling away, but only just. All right, leaders of Chase Finch comes into pit. Jason Phillips is in the pits. Josh Bloom stays out. Nice job, CJ. CJ Barsek leaves plenty of room for the leader, Josh Bloom. Josh Bloom trying the overcut, stays out as long as he possibly can. So here it is, working that throttle as he's working the steering and the throttle, trying to steer the car with the gas pedal. You can tell by the steering inputs. Nice and smooth through turn 8, turn 9, opens up the entry as much as he can, using all the exit curb, keep 2 wheels in the red and white stripe, and head back down to turn 10 one more time. Let's see if he comes out now or if he pits. I don't think he's going to stay ahead of Brian Coxon. That was close to track limits also. Does he come in now or does he stay one more lap? Brian Coxon coming up to reclaim the spot from Jesse Coffey, who has not pitted his final stop yet. Jesse Coffey is not going to slow Brian down too much. I don't think. I think Jesse Coffey is just as fast. There are your leaders. Josh Bloom in the Pro Division. Ronald Kabiltis in the AM Division. That cool McLaren Gulf paint. You gotta love it. Nothing says McLaren like a Gulf paint job. Alex Stetler comes out of the pits, right behind Kabiltis. It's Nick Calguru, only a second and a half behind. That's for position. That's for P1 in the AMs. Kabiltis has pitted twice. Calguru has not, as Kabiltis goes wide. Yep, you can let Calguru go. He is not fighting you for position there, Ron. Just overcooked turn 5 there. Hard in the braking zone, trying to keep up with the leader, Brian Coxon ahead. It's up on the curve and just doesn't quite take the right angle. It's in the sand. Does a good job of letting Nicholas Calguru go by. Great car awareness there by Ron. A little heart and throat moment. But he gathers it back up. Shout out to Ron Kabiltis, your AM division leader right now. We will see how things cycle through, but I think he has a pretty comfortable lead in the AM division. Back up front with Josh Bloom as he comes into pit. Your race leader making his final stop. He was battling with Chase Fincher. See if Chase Fincher can come out. He works his way through the top of the track now. Where's he going to come out? We know Brian Coxon's in the lead. No, I'm still deep in the replay. We're going to learn this live together. Josh Bloom still in the pits. Chase Fincher working his way. Down the front straight. Where is Josh Bloom? Coming out of the pits, Josh Bloom has made the pass. Let's see if he can keep it. That was about 3 laps overcut. And Josh Bloom comes out ahead of Chase Fincher. Josh Bloom has to get those front tires warmed up fast as he can to keep Chase Fincher from closing in on the outlap. Josh Bloom's outlap. Of course, Chase Fincher's tires are already up to temperature. Josh Bloom with a nice overcut. We'll cut back to the leader now and go live as Brian Coxon. 1.2 seconds over Jesse Coffey, who still has to make his last stop. 13.7 seconds for the lead over Josh Bloom as Jesse Coffey does come in for his final stop. Let's see where Jesse comes out. He should come out ahead of David Stark and Travis Rowe. Will he come out ahead of Walker McNulty? Jesse Coffey, the last one to make his final stop. There he is. Number 75. Justin Taylor going down. Let's see where he ends up in relation to Jesse Coffey. Jesse Coffey's on his way out. They're going down the front straight. Justin Taylor with the nice position gain there. Jesse Coffey finally makes it to turn 1. So count Justin Taylor at the top 5. Great showing. What happened to Josh Bloom? He was ahead of Chase Fincher. I said the outlap and cold tires, crucial. Oh no, Josh Bloom, was there contact? All right, this is the race. Remember, race for second place. Josh Bloom has just come out of the pits. Cold tires. Steve Hansel goes under the bridge. Josh Bloom is in the white Mercedes. Chase Fincher in the blue McLaren. Here's Bloom. Oh, he's already lost it. Cold tires, maybe brake bias. Forgot to move his brake bias back. But he has lost it. Chase Fincher goes by. Adrian Fedorowski goes by. Josh Bloom. Oh my gosh, I hate it. Kind of hidden by the track barrier there. Overhead. Let's see what happens if overhead catches it. It looks like he just goes in and his brake bias is off. But yeah, the rear end just swaps ends on him. A lot of grip on the front. After just coming out of the pits, cold tires, the outlap is crucial. Nobody to blame on that one but Josh Bloom. I hate it for you. He worked really hard after spinning earlier. Made a great comeback. Great drive through the field. Now has to do it again. Can he do it? 17 minutes to go. Chase Fincher claims P2 all on his own. 14 seconds behind Brian Coxon. Jason Phillips in P3 after Josh Bloom spins. 3 seconds ahead of Josh Bloom. So can Chase Fincher hold off Jason Phillips for 17 more minutes? And can Josh Bloom reel in a 4-second gap? That is the question. Jesse Coffey putting pressure on Walker McNulty. This is also for position, P6 overall, P6 in class. Jesse Coffey in 75 Porsche. Walker McNulty in the purple and pink McLaren just ahead. He blows it. Oh, Walker blows turn 10. Trying to go deep, get everything he can. Through turn 9. Into the hard braking zone. For the 100-meter mark. Oh, he wakes 75, and it's just too much. Can't take it. And there he goes. Jesse Coffey is by. That is for 6th in class. Move Jesse Coffey up a spot. Ryan Sartine and Kevin Bridges, the closest battle on the track now. I believe that's Jason Wahlberg getting by for another lap. Nice work, Jason. Good patience there to wait for the right time. We appreciate you, Jason. And Bridges just up the road. Rick Bundren in a battle with Justin Shoup. And the gray Mercedes just ahead. Rick Bundren and the Aston Martin. P20 overall, P4 in class. So this is for the last position on the podium. As they head back up one more time. There's the long right-hander that never ends, turn 12. Just waiting to put the throttle down as soon as the car turns. Get it to turn, now you have to do it again. Left, right, chicane. Did a good run on the exit. Let's see if can ride in the slipstream. Not quite close enough this lap. Coming up on 13, 14 minutes to go. Josh Bloom is reeling him in. Is there enough time? What a great story this would be if Josh Bloom could do 2 half spins and still end up on the podium. Is that possible? He's going to get a good draft, okay draft from Adrian Fedorowski. Down the front straight, he's chasing down Jason Phillips in the black Mercedes up ahead. Not quite in the shot just yet. Make it in the shot. Nope. Josh Bloom's got to get around Adrian and then get another 2 seconds to Jason Phillips. How about it? After winning last week in the rain, Ron Cabiltas shows that it's no fluke. Ron Cabiltas is here to play the game. Currently 14th overall. He won in class. Imagine that. Travis Rowe and David Stark are still going at it for P7 overall. I know it's early in the season to be talking about points. Justin Shoup and Rick Bundren are tied for the lead in the AM division. They are currently going at it for third in class. Here's Justin Shoup, your current AM division points leader, and Rick Bundren right behind him. Now is about that time where the off tracks start adding up. Anything over 15x will get you a drive-through. So keep it smooth. This battle is for second in the AM division. Justin Shoup in the silver, or gray, I should say, AMG. Rick Bundren right behind. Multicolor Aston Martin. Matte black, purple and gold. I've said it before, I'll say it again, it looks awesome. There's Francis Faustino after serving a drive-through for 15X. We'll smack on the hands for Francis Faustino. Justin Shoup in the gray AMG has to be aware of where Francis is going. And Rick Bundren, he's second place, just ahead. Riding with Justin, now riding with Rick. Nine minutes to go, 9 minutes. Under 10 to go. Midwest Motorsports GT4 endurance race is under 10 minutes. As the 44 Rick Bundren tries to hunt down Justin Shoup just ahead. Again, this is for second and third in class. Great battles. I'm sorry, third and fourth in class. This is for the final step of the podium. Rick Bundren turning up the heat. Travis Rowe and David Stark having a great battle again. This one's going to come down to the wire as well. Travis Rowe looks inside in turn 5. David Stark leaves plenty of room. Travis Rowe leaves room on the exit side by side through turn 6, headed to turn 7 and 8. An incredible section. Side by side through here. Unbelievable. Carrying a lot of speed. David Stark takes the outside. Round the outside. Round the outside. Car number 59 keeps the position for now. As Travis Rowe has to suck back in. and get in the slipstream, but he's taking notes. I can guarantee you Travis is sizing him up with under 8 minutes to go now. Super tight battles. Amazing to think after 100 minutes or after 90 minutes, these guys are this far apart, this close. Both of them missed the sausage on the first chicane. Now we're headed to the final corner before headed on the back straight, front straight, across the line. Oh, just barely stay within track limits. In the slipstream, pokes his nose out to get a little air in the radiator. Gaining on him, 2/10 down the front straight. Backs the corner up just a little bit. Great snap there. Good catch from Travis Rowe to keep going. That left front tire begins to scream and heat up as the temperature just builds and builds into braking. Again, hard right-hand turn, putting more heat into the left front tire. Opening up your exit with the throttle. Great car control here. Travis Rowe showing us how it's done. Whoa. John Astlin goes in the gravel to stay out of the way. Thanks, John. Looking back at Travis Rowe. Can he make a move? Is there enough? Not this lap either. Travis Rowe still got some work to do. We're coming up on 4 to go. That's going to be about 2 laps. Chase Fincher in second. Brian Coxon has checked out. Josh Bloom, only 1 second now behind Jason Phillips. He does have a car of Steve Hansel in the middle. Josh Bloom right about 2 seconds from Jason Phillips for P3. Jason Phillips has it for now. Let's not forget to give Jason Phillips plenty of credit. He's worked hard for this P3. And up and down, he decided to pick some battles earlier where he could have fought maybe a little harder, but decided against it to keep this car in one piece and keep the peace, literally. And it has paid off with the podium so far. 2 seconds from Josh Bloom. 4 seconds up the road is Chase Fincher. Gonna get a nice little slipstream here off of Andrew Miller's McLaren. Andrew backs off. Jason Phillips says, thank you very much. P2, Chase Fincher. Let's not forget he's had a great race as well. Heading with several drivers. Jesse Coffey. Earlier in the race. Able to hold him off and claim second spot all to his own. Well deserved. And the leader and your pole sitter, Brian Coxon, something tells me this is not the first time that he's run laps around this track. He's Got the windshield wipers on. I think he missed the lights. Comes up on Justin Shoup one more time. 16-second lead. No reason to rush. Did he get slipstream? I'm sure Justin will let him go into turn one. But Brian Coxon starts his final lap. White flag in the air from Barney. For this man, Brian Coxon, unbeatable. Seattle, Washington's own. College student, working hard. And this is how he chooses to spend his evening time off. We appreciate you, Brian. Letting everybody know they got some work to do if they're going to catch up to you this season. Michael Odell had a bad race. Drive-through penalty. Got into a spin earlier in the chicane. Your points leader may not be the points leader after today's race. Your current points leader is P10 overall. So he's going to lose quite a few points. Ryan Coxon works his way down to the final sector of the track. Ron Kabilta's your AM leader. But up front for the overall, all Brian Coxon as he makes his way into the chicane for the final time. Brian Coxon coming at you into your living room. Brian Coxon in the 23 McLaren says, thank you very much. I will take it. Checkered flag, the trophy. Bring all the hats to victory lane. Brian Coxon is your winner. Chase Fincher 14 seconds behind. 15 now. A great second place for Chase Fincher. Jason Phillips going to hold on to third. Great run. Josh Bloom. Okay, maybe we got one more lap. All right, they're still going. This is the final lap, which is okay. My time was off. Justin Shoup, currently P3. Jason Owens, about 8 seconds behind, so I don't think that position's going to change. Nick Calguru starts his last lap. Second in the M division. And Ron Kabiltez, all he has to do is finish him up. Got Andrew Miller behind, Kevin Bridges ahead. Great job by Ron Kabiltez for holding off all the other amateurs in the race. But here it is. Let's try it one more time. I'll call him to the finish this time. Brian Coxon, you, sir, have won the race again. Brian Coxon with the win. Now it gets the checkered flag. Chase Fincher brings it home. Coming through the final turn, right behind, I believe that's the art car of Jason Owens. Nice job for Urkel. Jason Owens flashing his light saying, good job, everybody. Jason Phillips, P3, crosses the line. Ron Kabiltez, I hope he finishes his lap. Please tell me you finished your lap, Ron. No, he hasn't finished his lap, Ron. Come around again, buddy. Okay, good. You do finish, and you finished in first. That was scary. You did not have the checkered when I saw it. Oh my goodness. Give me a heart attack. He has a drive-through for 15X, but he's crossed the line. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't know if he's going to get a black flag. Unbelievable. We'll let the cars continue to circle around. $15X on his final lap for Ron Kabiltis. Waiting for an official word here. So far, I still see Ron Kabiltis as the leader. So that's what I'm going to go with, unless I'm told otherwise. The cars are wrapping up. Drama here in the M division. On the final lap, we have drama. Not exactly sure what to say. Race control has not got back to me yet, but it looks like Ron Kabiltis with a 15X on the final lap came into pits to serve his lap. And is that going to knock Nicholas Calguru up to P1? So Ron Kabiltis, even though the start-finish line is in the pit lane, Ron Kabiltis gets his checkered flag, but as he's serving a black flag, I'm waiting to hear back from race control for confirmation. But in the meantime, it looks like I have the race winner, Brian Coxon, in the booth with me. Hey, Brian, it's James. You got me?
I do.
Hey, Brian. Well, you put it on the pole and you never looked back, man. Tell us what you think about the first endurance race of the season.
Pretty good. Obviously, I'm pretty happy with it. Went pretty well. I didn't expect to enjoy Barcelona as much as I did because I hadn't really driven the track much before this, but it was fun. Endurance races are always pretty cool. I like doing the Michelin pilots that are 2 hours, and I was able to come up with a nice strategy of splitting the fuel and taking 3 tires at both stops, and ended up working pretty well, so pretty fun.
So you split it evenly, about 35 minutes. You didn't really have a lot of pressure too early. Once you got the lead, they were fighting for second and third on back, and you just kept your eyes forward?
Yeah, kind of. I was just able to not get in any fights, really. Just the occasional lap car I had to deal with, but nothing bad there. And yeah, I went a bit low on fuel on the first stop, but enough to where I could still take 3 tires and not lose time. And it conveniently worked out that I was able to do essentially the same amount of fuel on the second stop to get to the end and still take 3 tires. My original plan was just taking the left sides because they burn pretty bad here, but it worked out.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you did take fronts. I think the front left is the one that wears the most. So that's took tires every time.
Yeah, front left. I was mainly planning on taking the front left and rear left because they both burn worse than the rights. But generally, the fronts burn a bit or wear a bit more than the rears in these GT4s because you're just slamming the brakes and using the ABS. So I took the right front as well. The right rear was just really... It didn't get too hot. It was never significantly bad enough to where I ever had to replace it. So I was able to just take those 3 and make it work.
Did you adjust your driving at all around the long right-handers, like turn 3 and 4, coming towards the end of the lap as well?
A little, I think. Where is it? I was going to check the track temp. Yeah, track temp went up near the end, which is kind of what I was thinking it might do. And you end up having to just kind of let off the gas a bit more in like turn 3, the long right-hander there. and a couple of the other long ones. I don't know which corner it is. Like the second one's sector 3, same thing, just long right-handers, left front dies.
Right. Well, you're definitely the class of the field tonight, man. You did gain some ground on Michael Odell, if not overtake him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, congrats on a great race, Brian. Not much else to say, man. We got a week off, and they're going to Barber Motorsports Park for the first time in Midwest Motorsports history. Have you got any laps at Barber, and what do you think we're going to see?
I don't think I've ever done a race there. I own the track, but I'm not sure if I've ever done a race. I've definitely driven it. It's a fun one, but yeah, back to an hour race. I don't know. I haven't driven there enough to know it too well. Maybe ask Michael. He's done the spec Fords there, so he might have a better idea. But hopefully it'll be fun. What driving I have done there, I have enjoyed. So it should be a good race.
Yeah, right on. Well, watch out for Chase Fincher as well. He's from right around the corner, so my guess is he's probably done a couple laps there. He wasn't too far off your tail, and Jason Phillips as well. So, still early in the season to be talking about a championship, but you definitely didn't do yourself any harm tonight. Congrats on a great run, Brian. We'll look for you in 2 weeks.
Appreciate it, James. Have a good one.
Great race, Brian. Great race. All right, that's Brian Coxon. I'm waiting on Nicholas Calguru. I've sent him a DM, and he's not showed up just yet. But I will give him a couple more seconds to find the race chatter on the road series. Nick, if you're listening, love to talk to you. I'll go through the rundown. Brian Coxon, Chase Fincher, Jason Phillips, 1, 2, and 3. Josh Bloom, a very close P4 after coming out of the pits, playing a perfect strategy, just missed a corner once and on his outlap, and that's all it took. Justin Thaler, a great top 5 for him. I know he overdue for a good run. In the AM division, Ron Kabiltas gets second to Nicholas Calguru. See if we can get the AM results up. Would be class. Results. Still waiting for Nick Calguru. I'll give him just a couple more seconds to come in. Definitely want to get an interview with him. And there he is. 1 second. We'll get you, Nick. All right. See if we can get him up here in the broadcast booth. But wow, what a crazy turn of events. As after running up front in the win all night long, Ron Kabiltas gets a 15X on the final lap. And that leaves Nicholas Calguru in second. And so as Ron Kabiltas comes in to serve his stop at the checker flag lap, he has to exit pit lane in order to get credit for that lap. And that means Nicholas Calguru gets P1, all the points for the AM division. Hey, Nick, it's James in the booth. You got me?
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Hey, you did it, man. You got it. You got your first win in Midwest Motorsports, man. I know you probably didn't want to win this way, but to be in the top 3, and first of all, is really great in this field, especially. But how about that, man? You come home with the W and all the points.
Well, I've had the same thing happen to me on that last last lap penalty, so I do feel terrible about that. But man, yeah, I'll take it. Been kind of working pretty hard and trying to get better, so it's good to see some results.
Yeah. Tell me what you've done to try to get better. What kind of practice have you done? Did you do a lot of track on this circuit itself, or just doing
honestly,
other classes individuals?
Michael Odell has helped me so much. I'll tell you, we really haven't even put too many hours down on the track, but just his knowledge and the way he can communicate it has been instrumental. Because really, just been kind of doing this lately. It's been summertime here in Michigan, so I've been out golfing way too much. So yeah, I thought this was going to come later in the season, but we'll take it.
Yeah, well, tell us about your race, man. I mean, did you have a pit strategy coming into the race that you planned on? And did you stick with it, or did you improvise a little bit?
Yeah, I kind of knew it was going to be about 11 gallons coming off on that second pit stop, so I thought I'd switch them around. And I also put front left, rear left on the first pit, and then the second I put fronts on. And I think that's what kept my pace up late in the race for sure, because I seem to be pacing with people who I had no business pacing with.
Yeah, well, like I say, it worked out perfect for you, man. You were in the right place at the right time when these things happen. You had about 11 seconds over your closest competitor behind you, Justin Shoup. So, yeah, you earned it, man. Congrats on a great win.
We'll take it. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
So we got an off week, Nick. And then what do you think about Barber Motorsports Park? Have you got any laps on that track?
I've got a few. Not enough to give you an answer. Just I don't love it. I don't hate it. I really haven't given enough time to really tell you.
All right. Well, you got an extra week with the week off to get some laps in. And yeah, congratulations. We'll be looking for you up front again more this season.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. That's Nick Calguru, your AM Division winner. And that's going to wrap up tonight's GT4 race from Midwest Motorsports Series. As always, don't forget to give us a like and a follow if you're watching. You can always join anytime at midwest-motorsports.com. I have a truck race Friday and a cup race Sunday. Until then, don't forget to stay in your lane. I'm James J. Have a very good day.